Brittany Bell.
I love that because we are, and it's hard to believe it's going to be even hotter today with actual high temperatures close to 100 degrees. So the extreme heat warning continues for most of the tri-state. Heat index numbers approaching 110. Right now, it's 84 in Central Park. It feels like 90, getting off to an oven-like start. It's 79 in New Dorp, Coney Island 82, and Whitestone 79 for you. Similar numbers all across the map, 73 in Andover and 75 in Bridgeport. Skies are clear. We're in for plenty of sunshine. That allows temperatures to quickly ramp up. Today, we're forecasting a high of 99 in Central Park. The record is 96, set in 1888. Even hotter real feel numbers. Tomorrow, we stay in the 90s, but we finally cool back down on Thursday. More details coming up. Heather?
All right, Brittany, let's talk about this. This is the George.
That is kids in brighter swimsuits. You can see them better.
Yeah, I believe we,
right?
GMA did a story about that, about
such a good point.
And just really pointing out that it can be silent, the drowning, so you really have
You don't hear it.
Yeah.
Right, you're not going to hear splashing and screaming. They're underwater.
Yeah.
Awful. Okay. Anyway, stay safe.
And stay safe in the heat, too.
Right.
We're talking about dangerous temperatures. Usually we're around 82. Today, even hotter compared to yesterday, near 99. Some spots making it into 100 degrees. Those are actual numbers, not real field temperatures. Currently in Central Park, it's already 82. It feels like 87, so a high launching pad. Once again, the average high near 82. The forecast 99 in Central Park. If we do make it to 100, that will be the first time since 2012. And the record today will likely beat that again. 96 set in 1888, sunset at 8:31. Numbers primarily in the 70s and the 80s. White Plains 76, 68 in East Hampton, and 76 in Islip. Throughout this afternoon through the peak heating of the day, get ready for heat index numbers approaching 105 to 110 degrees. So the extreme heat warning continues for most of the tri-state now, including Nassau and most of Suffolk County. So this type of heat is tough to take for everyone of all ages, young and old. So just use common sense. Take it easy. Heat is actually one of the top weather-related killers in the United States. Stay hydrated and please check on your neighbors. In addition, once again, watching out for air quality issues. The air quality alert includes the boroughs, Northeast New Jersey, the Hudson Valley, Long Island, and that could turn unhealthy for sensitive groups. Midday lasting throughout this afternoon. Skies are mostly clear, a lot of sunshine, and that's going to do little to stop temperatures from climbing to near 100 degrees this evening. Clear again, and tomorrow mostly sunny. But we will start to notice some small changes tomorrow. Even though temperatures top out in the mid to upper 90s, watch what happens Wednesday afternoon. We'll begin to see an isolated shower or storm firing up. That will stick around through Wednesday evening. Rain chances continue to climb on Thursday, and temperatures start to cool off. But tomorrow, one or two of those isolated showers could be strong to severe. There's a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 for severe weather. That includes all of the tri-state, damaging winds and flash flooding, the main concern. Today, an AccuWeather alert, a high of 99 degrees. Heat index numbers well above that, approaching 110. Winds out of the west-northwest ranging from 7 to 14 miles per hour. 81 tonight, very little relief. And tomorrow, not as hot, but still very steamy, 94. And a chance for an afternoon spot storm. For the rest of the 7-day forecast, things start to improve Thursday. We drop to 80, 74 on Friday, and this weekend, high temperatures in the 80s. Heather, I feel like I've been giving bad news all morning. Do you have something positive?
Oh, no, I don't, unfortunately. Thank you, Brittany. You're not going to be thankful for this here if you normally use the Cross Island Parkway. So this is an accident. Cross Island Parkway, south of the Grand Central Parkway. 2 left lanes are blocked off. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's a pretty busy scene. Comac Road North near 40th Street, that is a crash. And then heading over here onto the I-95, going in through the area of New Rochelle. You can see we do have very heavy delays both directions with that construction still out there. This is right near New Rochelle. Now, as you go to the outbound side of the George Washington Bridge, it's nothing serious, but you can see that we have a couple of tractor trailers off on the side of the roadway. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect, and we'll be back right after the break.
You give Chris Powell and GMA.
Hydrated today, Brittany.
Yes, that is key. And believe it or not, today will be even hotter compared to yesterday. So get ready for another day of dangerous and record-breaking temperatures. The extreme heat warning continues today through Wednesday. This morning, we're already starting out at 82 in Central Park. It feels like 87. Here's a closer look at current numbers. So Patcong, 72, Bridgewater, 73, Newark up to 83, and Teaneck near 80, down to 76 degrees in Islip. Skies are clear. We'll see plenty of sunshine, allowing temperatures to quickly climb into the 90s. And watching out for air quality concerns. There's an air quality alert in effect midday throughout this evening that could turn unhealthy for sensitive groups. We'll get up to 99 in Central Park. That could break a record of 96 set in 1888. Also, if we get close to 100, that could be the first time since 2012. And prepare for heat index numbers as high as 105 to 110 degrees. We do start to cool down on Thursday. More details coming up. Heather?
And Brittany, we're looking at the Mario Cuomo Tappan Zee Bridge heading over into Westchester County. We do have an accident reported. You can see what the bridge is looking like at this point. So it is a little bit slow as you make your way over there. So just keep that one in mind. Cross Island Parkway, south of the Grand Central Parkway, there is a crash. 2 left lanes are blocked off as a result.
You're suffering in this type of heat, so dangerous again today and tomorrow, but we finally start to get back down closer to normal Thursday and Friday. But today, high temperatures near 100 degrees. These are actual numbers, not the heat index. 99 in Central Park, 101 in Morristown, 99 as well in Islip. You broke a record high temperature yesterday. Dover, 98. Also Beekman, 100 degrees, and Danbury up to 100 as well. Air quality unhealthy for sensitive groups midday throughout this evening. And medium pollen levels, UV index of 10. If you want to cool off at the beaches, we'll see a breeze out of the west changing to the southwest, ranging from 6 to 12 miles per hour. Waves 2 feet, water temperatures in the upper 60s, and a low to moderate rip current risk. Tomorrow, 94. The AccuWeather alert continues, but at least Thursday, we're down to 80 degrees. And look at Friday, 74. Heather?
Wow. Wow, wow. I'm sure you said that all morning, but it just really just hit me. Mario Cuomo Tappan Zee Bridge, Westchester bound. That's where we did have an accident, and that accident has been cleared. I am seeing some work that's going on here as you head towards Rockland County, but no major issues at the bridge. Comac Road North near 40th Street. Vehicle hit a pole. All lanes are closed down. That's in both directions. Then you have Route 35 both ways between Ashley Avenue and Broadway. The bridge is closed. There's an equipment malfunction, so that's leading you to and from Point Pleasant. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect. Michelle and Pedro, over to you.
Brittany, Heather, thank you. It is now 5:44. It says that there are no reports of hot cars and no trains were out of service. 100 degrees. There's nothing worse than when you go into a cold cart and you step out and the platform is just
Blast.
An oven.
It's a blast.
Oven stepping out. And also, you brought up a good point when we were talking earlier. If you see a cart just
empty cart.
empty, don't go in.
I learned the hard way when I first moved here.
It could be a lot of different reasons.
It could be a lot of different reasons.
One is a lack of AC.
Yes.
That
Maybe
is
that's
one.
the best reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
The empty subway car. Avoid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So watch out for
Yes,
that.
yes.
But just to take this heat seriously,
Right.
we had some issues yesterday with the graduation, I believe. In
Newark.
Multiple
Yeah.
Yes,
graduations,
yes. Because of people suffering from heat exhaustion. Today, temperatures approaching 100. Forecast for a high of 99. That's above our typical level of 82. We once again could break record highs all across the area. The record in Central Park is 96, set in 1888, sunset at 8:31. We're waking up in the 70s and the 80s overall. Newark 83, Poughkeepsie you're down to 71, 67 in Montgomery. That's the coolest spot, in 73 in Bridgeport. So actual high temperatures approaching 99 to 100 degrees. Once you add the humidity, that's going to bring us up to heat index temperatures near 105 to 110. So the extreme heat warning continues for most of us today through Wednesday. And I know I sound like I'm just talking about this a lot, but this is serious. Make sure to just use common sense when you're outdoors, especially if you have to work outside. Stay hydrated and check on your neighbors, because temperatures near 100 with heat index numbers near 110 can be tough to take for people of all ages. Once again, watching out for air quality issues in the city. There's an air quality alert that also includes northeastern New Jersey, the Hudson Valley, and Long Island midday throughout this evening. That could turn unhealthy for sensitive groups. Skies are clear. High pressure, that's our main weather maker today, just really cranking up the heat. And we'll see plenty of sunshine, highs near 100 degrees this evening, clear, and we only fall down to the 70s and the 80s by tomorrow. Still sunny to start, but we'll notice some small changes late Wednesday afternoon. As a cold front gets closer, we'll have a chance for an isolated shower to pop up, and we'll keep that opportunity for a spot shower or storm through Wednesday evening. Rain chances go up on Thursday and temperatures go down. But tomorrow, one or two of those isolated storms could be severe. There's a marginal risk level 1 out of 5 for severe weather. The main concern will be damaging winds, flash flooding, and also small hail. But today our main concern, the heat, high temperatures near 99. We could break records once again. Northwest winds ranging from 7 to 14 miles per hour. Tonight, little relief, 81. Tomorrow, 94. A chance for a stray shower late, but we'll see more rain forming on Thursday. It's not going to be a washout, but at least we'll see more cooling showers popping up on radar. Temperatures near 80. A nice 74 on Friday. And this weekend, highs stay close to normal, ranging from 80 to 83 degrees. So, Heather, how are the roads shaping up this morning?
Well, the roads, we have some tricky spots, but then we have things that are not doing too badly. Thank you, Brittany. So if you look at the Tappan Zee Bridge right over here, this is one of our spots that's not doing too badly now. Getting there from Rockland, there was an earlier accident, and then we have this going on right over here. They're calling this emergency construction, and then that's out there until further notice. Not sure what the emergency construction is all about, but it's not causing any major delays as you make your way over to Rockland, but just keep that in mind. So again, Mario Cuomo Tappan Zee Bridge, Rockland bound, they are doing that emergency construction, and we have alternate side of the street parking rules in effect. Pedro and Michelle, back to you.
All right, 5:53. Thank you both. Some advertising that used to be controversial, maybe still is, could be.
700 customers are affected this morning, and that includes about 1,200 in Brooklyn this morning. So we want to get right to Brittany Bell and the AccuWeather forecast.
And the dangerous heat continues today. It's going to be even hotter with high temperatures near 100 degrees. Heat index numbers approaching 105 to 110. We also could break more record highs. So the extreme heat warning continues for most of the tri-state. And Central Park, you're stepping outside to 83. It feels like 87. It's just gross all across the region. Temperatures in the 70s and the 80s. Milford 72, Bridgewater 73, and 85 degrees in Newark. 77 in Islip, near 80 degrees in Wrightstown. Skies are clear. We'll see plenty of sunshine, and there's an air quality alert that includes the city, northeast New Jersey, the Hudson Valley, and Long Island midday, lasting throughout this evening. Get ready for a high of 99 in the city. That could break the previous record of 96 set in 1888. If you do manage to make it to 100, that's going to be the first time since 2012, even hotter real field temperatures. Steamy again tomorrow, but there's finally some relief on the way Thursday and Friday. I'll let you know how cool it will get coming up. Heather? Jersey, North Bergen 102, Patterson the same for you, West Milford 98, and Madison up to 100 degrees. Air quality unhealthy for sensitive groups, medium pollen levels, and UV index of 10. If you want to cool off at the beaches, we'll see a breeze out of the west changing to the southwest, ranging from 6 to 12 miles per hour. Waves 2 feet, water temperatures upper 60s, and a low to moderate rip current risk. There is some relief around the corner on Thursday, and even cooler on Friday. Of your full 7-day forecast coming up. Heather?
Okay, Brittany, take a look at this. This is the
room quite frequently. They do this exercise where they write down what they're grateful for. And this is truth. I can't tell you how many kids I've seen write down food. Yeah. A child should never have to write down that they are grateful for food.
Food is fundamental, right?
We'll be hanging out here all morning long, so we'll have a lot more coming up. We'll just say
we're going to be fast friends.
Yes, I think we already are.
Yes.
I'll send it back to you guys.
That's what Joelle does. She makes friends with everybody.
I know, she doesn't know a stranger. All right, thank you so much. Looking forward to that.
Very important conversation there. Food insecurity is a big issue.
Yeah.
But also a big issue that we're focusing on today is the weather, especially with our young people and our most vulnerable elderly.
And just even for everybody, temperatures near 100 degrees in this type of setup, your body just doesn't cool as efficiently, increasing your your risk for heat-related issues. We have to deal with this again tomorrow, and then we finally start to cool down Thursday and Friday with highs in the 70s and the 80s. But this our heat index near 87. So usually our high is close to 82 in the city. Today we're anticipating 99. If you make it to 100, that's going to be the first time since 2012, and we're on track to break the record of 96 set in 1888. We tied the record yesterday in the city, sunset at 8:31. Numbers in the 70s and the 80s all across the map, just shy of 80 in Belmar and White Plains, 85 in Newark, and 77 degrees in Islip. We're going to take these heat index temperatures up to 105 to 110 because it's so humid outside, and that extreme heat warning continues. Now, more spots have been added to this warning, including Nassau and most of Suffolk County, also spanning all throughout Connecticut. So your body has to work so much harder to cool down in this type of environment, just increasing your chance for heat issues like heat exhaustion. So just use common sense, stay hydrated, start now, especially if you have to work outdoors, and please check on your neighbors. Watching out for air quality concerns too. There's an air quality alert that includes the city, Northeast New Jersey, the Hudson Valley, and Long Island midday throughout this evening. It's mainly good to moderate, but that could turn unhealthy for sensitive groups, especially throughout the afternoon and evening hours. High pressure, that's our main weather maker today. That's settling in, keeping us sunny, hot, and just very steamy. Not a lot going on Futurecast throughout this afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, still quiet this evening. We'll start to notice some small changes tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we're still sunny and steamy, but then later Wednesday afternoon, all thanks to an approaching cold front, we introduce a chance for an isolated shower or storm. So it's not going to rain for everyone, but at least we'll have a better opportunity for a brief cooling shower. That spot rain sticks around Wednesday evening. Rain chances go up on Thursday and temperatures go down. There's also a chance for an isolated severe storm tomorrow, a marginal risk level 1 out of 5. The main threat will be damaging winds, some flash flooding, and the chance for up to quarter-size hail. But the AccuWeather alert continues today. High temperatures near 99 degrees. Some areas making it into the lower 100s. The record 96 set in 1888. West-northwest winds ranging from 7 to 14 miles per hour. Tonight, 81, little relief overnight. Tomorrow, 94, so not as hot, but it's going to be hard to feel the difference with heat index numbers still over 100 degrees. We will have a better chance for an afternoon isolated shower. For the rest of the 7-day forecast, temperatures dropping to 80 on Thursday, maybe some drying on Friday, and this weekend, highs close to normal with a chance for a few pop-up showers. Heather, what's going on the roads?
Well, unfortunately, we have this accident right behind me, Brittany, and it involves an overturned vehicle. Thank you. Now let's talk about this accident. So you can see this right over here. There's a lot of activity, but not as much as there was earlier when we had all lanes closed down and a school bus that was pretty much wedged up against the divider and the car. So this is the car right over here, and it's on the Van Wyck going north right near Hillside Avenue. So that car is still out there. They still have to get that cleared away. You see flatbed tow right over there. Police are on the scene, so hopefully they will get all lanes open shortly, but at this point, only one lane is getting by. Comac Road North near 40th Street, vehicle hit a pole. So we have all lanes closed down both directions. That's an Islip. Not doing too badly, George Washington Bridge on and off. Earlier, it was a lot better. Now it's starting to get backed up once again. So do give yourself a little bit of extra time there. We have alternate side of the street parking rules in effect. Michelle and Pedro, over to you.
All right, thank you. Coming up, a celebration at the Garden in Manhattan that will now stay open after...
Yeah, ice cream.
Yes.
Which is,
yes.
Cousin of milk.
A cousin.
I'm trying to be positive.
Closely related.
Glass?
I noticed beer wasn't on there, but I would imagine there's
like
a little bit of sugar in
margarita.
there.
There are ways.
We all need a frozen something today.
Yes, to cool off because we're already in the upper 90s across the tri-state. Tomorrow we stay in the 90s, and then we finally start to cool down Thursday and flowing things around. And our average high this time of the year near 82. We're anticipating 99 degrees. That could break the record of 96 again, set in 1888. And there are other records in play all across the tri-state. You've already broken a record in Newark and JFK up to 98, the previous 97, and Islip 97. So not only is that a daily record, but the hottest temperature for the month in Islip. 93 in Danbury, 94 in Sussex, Newark 98, and 97 degrees in Islip. Heat index numbers over 100 degrees, 107 in Somerville, 105 in Morristown, and 102. That's what it feels like in Toms River and Islip. We'll continue to feel similar heat index numbers for the rest of this afternoon. And even this evening, not much relief. Real field temperatures remain in the 90s after sunset. The extreme heat warning continues, and now Nassau and most of Suffolk County even added to that warning, and that's still in effect for some spots through tomorrow. And it's very hot. The air is not moving around a lot too, so we have issues with ground level ozone, prompting another air quality alert. And more spots across New Jersey have been added to this alert. The AQI could approach unhealthy levels, especially for sensitive groups. High pressure, this is our main weather maker today. It finally starts to move offshore later in the week. Speaking of offshore, we're now watching our first named storm of the season. This is Tropical Storm Andrea that will continue to move farther away from land, eventually dissipating in the middle of the Atlantic by Wednesday. For us, the bigger story, the heat, a lot of sunshine, temperatures near 100 degrees. Those are actual temperatures. This evening, skies are clear. But we're in for some better changes starting tomorrow slowly. We start out Wednesday with a lot of sunshine, but then Wednesday afternoon, as the cold front gets closer, that will help to pop up a few isolated to cooling showers and storms, and we'll keep that chance for a stray shower through Wednesday evening. For now, our in-house model is keeping Thursday morning mainly dry, but rain chances go up later Thursday. As a result, high temperatures start to drop back down in the 80s. Today, an AccuWeather alert, high of 99, a light breeze out of the west-northwest ranging from 7 to 14. Tonight, we only drop down to 81, very little relief. Also a chance for a stray storm late, so that's really the most important change tomorrow. Thursday, down to 80, 74 on Friday. And this weekend, not bad on Saturday, but Sunday and Monday, we start to creep back up into the upper 80s.
You know, I know that the two of you were mocking me a little bit because I had a neck fan on the subway today. That thing worked great. I wasn't sure if it would do a good job.
I need to buy one.
Well, think about how hot it is down on the subway.
Yeah.
I guess they should give that with the price of admission.
That's a great idea. Hand one out to everybody. You are a big thinker. Thank you, Brittany.
Thanks.
Still ahead, exciting news for Marvel fans.
Yeah, we're going to take you to the premiere of the new series Ironheart, which got a superhero's welcome in Hollywood. Hear from its stars next.
For the cast of Ironheart, as they celebrated the show's premiere.
Swam off into the bay. No thanks needed. The officers just were happy to help out.
That's good work there. We'll be right back.
For him.